who have been who've influenced me. Probably my all-time favorite pianist was Art Tatum. He was incredible. As a solo pianist, he didn't need any accompaniment. He was extraordinary. When I was very young, I listened to the boogie-woogie pianists, Neil Lux Lewis, Albert Johnson, Albert Ammons, Pete Johnson, I'm sorry, Red Garland, Bill Evans, who was like a big brother to me, helped me a lot. And it was very nice to me when I came to New York in 1959. He was like, as I said, a big brother. He introduced me to a lot of people, and Bill was an influence as well. But he's probably the last.
Donc à cette époque-là, vous avez participé à pas mal d'aventures avec notamment John Coltrane, avec Art Farmer. Est-ce que vous pouvez nous parler un petit peu de l'influence que ça a eu sur votre carrière?
The first job I had when I came to New York in 1959 was with Kenny Dorham, who was a wonderful trumpet player and composer. He played piano, and he also was a wonderful singer, which people didn't really know. He was a wonderful guy, very humble, and he always felt as though he never got enough recognition. He was on the same level with Miles and with Dizzy, but he was not as well. While I was working with Kenny, I heard that John Coltrane was leading Miles's group. He was looking to put a quartet together. So I got John's phone number, called him, and I said, I know you don't know who I am. I would love if we could meet, maybe sometime, just talk and play some music. And anyway, a few weeks later, he called me. We met at a little studio in Midtown Manhattan. We talked and we played a little bit. That was it. I never heard any more for maybe a week or two. Then he invited me out to his house in Queens. We did some more playing and talking, and his wife, who at the time was Naima, and she made a lovely dinner. He drove me back into Manhattan, didn't say anything. Then maybe a week later, the phone in my hotel rang, and said, this is John, would $135 a week be okay to start? Now, I was making $100 a week when I was with Kenny Dorham, so not only was that a raise in money, but just to play with John was a dream of mine. So we started to work at this club in New York called the Jazz Gallery, because the business was so good. And he wound up working there for 26 weeks straight. He ever works, a week, maybe 2 weeks at a time. It was an extraordinary experience for me, working 6 nights a week, and the audiences were incredible. And then I joined Stan Getz, a quartet. I got a call from Scott LaFaro, a dear friend and like a brother to me. Said Stan had called him and wanted to put a quartet together. Scott called me and Pete LaRocca. We met with Stan Getz at the Village Vanguard one afternoon. Pete was only a short time, and then Roy Haynes became the drummer. In July of 1961, Scott LaFaro was killed in an automobile accident. It was really very, very sad. It was really, for me, the first major loss in my life. We were very close. It's music. It's really, for me, music doesn't matter what it is. It's either good or bad or somewhere in between, but jazz is music. Unique in its own way, of course, because of the rhythm and the improvisation. That's what attracted me when I was extremely young, before I could even walk. My father had a collection of 78 records. I would pick out the records, identify which record I was playing. I would put it on, and I knew how to play it. And then, of course, my parents would wake up and they'd come in, and the music was really captivated me here from the very, very early age. And it was the rhythm, and it was just the fact that you could, the improvisation. I was listening to Benny Goodman and Count Basie, Duke Ellington at that time. and of course the boogie-woogie pianists. And so to me, it's really about creating music in the moment. There is no past, and the future hasn't come yet. So it's moment to moment to moment to moment. That makes the music very special to me.
Thank you so much.
You did a very good, great job.